In breaking cruise news, international organizations are calling for stricter regulations on the cruise ship industry, stating that things have become out of control primarily for megaships in terms of emissions and avoiding taxes. What the cruise industry is facing at the moment is something known as an NGO, which stands for non-governmental organization primarily consisting of volunteer citizens. However, make no mistake, while these organizations are not backed and funded by the government, they are still nothing to sneeze at, because whether it be on the local, national, or international level, they've been absolutely crucial in managing things from economic growth, human rights, social issues, all the way to environmental issues. At the moment, NGOs have their eyes set on the rapidly growing cruise ship industry, which, by the way, is carrying over 36 million passengers a year globally with no signs of slowing down. The main point of concern are mega ships like Icon of the Seas, which is currently the world's largest cruise ship, capable of holding well over 10,000 passengers and crew. The fact of the matter is, ships like Icon of the Seas are exempt from fuel duties in terms of emissions, as well as most consumer taxes. Looking at the broader perspective, Icon of the Seas alone is 5 times bigger than the Titanic, and even here in modern times, as of the year 2000, most modern cruise ships have at least doubled in size, with little to no regulation on size or capacity limits. The inevitable reality is that if we were to continue this mega cruise trend that we've been seeing from the year 2000 up until now in 2024, we can enter a phenomenon, an era if you will, that has been dubbed Cruisezilla, in which most modern cruise ships are at least 8 times the size that of the Titanic and almost double the size of Icon of the Seas by the year 2050. Due to the exponential growth of the cruise ship industry and what is predicted to happen in the future, you do have an organization known as TNE, which stands for Transport and Environment. It has not only called for limits on cruise ships in terms of size and capacity, they also want a full and transparent disclosure of their emissions. To be fully transparent with all of you, this regulatory push is primarily taking place in Europe at the moment, highlighting situations such as the 2021 ban of cruise ships over in central Venice, Italy. You also have a daily limit as far as the amount of cruise ships that are able to dock in Spain, specifically places like Barcelona, as well as a current push to completely ban cruise ships from visiting central Amsterdam by 2035. I will leave a link to one of the articles in which I gathered the information from for this video in the description box below in case you want to check it out. There is a lot of information that I didn't go over in this video. Nevertheless, if you find this topic interesting, please go check out the article. Now, in my personal opinion, to be honest and transparent with all of you, I am not too big on the conversation of cruise ships versus the environment. Why? Because I'm in full support of the cruise ship industry. I believe, like everything, the cruise ship industry has its pros and cons. I also believe that looking at the bigger picture, people want to point their finger at cruise ships as how bad they are. However, they don't look at everything else that's going on in terms of cargo ships, car emissions, food waste, and even the construction of these Olympic arenas and what happens after the festivities are done. I do naturally, of course, understand the concern of these organizations and even people that just cruise. When you have cruise ships these days, like these mega ships that are literally the size of small cities, people are going to want to take a look at the finer details. Anyway, this is what I have for this video. Let me know what you think of this topic. Do you think it was just a hit piece for the cruise ship industry in terms of mega ships, or there is some legitimate concern here? Also, let me know, are you a small ship person or are you a large mega ship type person? Let me know all of that in the comment section below. Of course, hit that like button on your way out, subscribe if you haven't already, and as usual, I love and appreciate every single one of you. Take it easy.